Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here again doing some more Star Wars recipes from the Galaxy's Edge cookbook, the Black Spire Outpost, and I'm going to be doing stuffed puffer pig today. So you can see the ingredients behind me, and I'll be getting to those in a second. In case you're wondering what a stuffed puffer pig is, in Star Wars a puffer pig is kind of a mix between a hippo and a pig, and it blows up like a balloon when it gets scared. So now that's something you know, but for this recipe, all you need to know is that we're using pork. So let's have a look at our ingredients and get started on this one. All right, so here we have our ingredients. We have our cored and diced apple. We have our celery. The recipe originally calls for a pennel bulb, but there's actually a shortage due to the pandemic in our area. So celery is actually a really good substitute. It's very rich and cooks faster, so we'll see what it tastes like with that in there. We have our sage, and we have some pepper and salt. We have our baby spinach. We have our two pork tenderloins, and we have our bacon. Now, for the pork tenderloins, you might be looking at them and wondering what happened to them. So what you want to do with these is you cut them down the middle and you leave kind of a little hinge. You roll them out and pound them to about a ½ an inch to a ¼ inch flat, because what we're going to do is combine all of our ingredients into our handy food processor back here, and we're going to make it into a nice puree, and we're going to spread it over our pork tenderloins and kind of roll them up and then wrap it in bacon and put it in the oven. So I mean, I'll be showing you all these parts as we go. It sounds really good. I'm hoping it's going to taste as good as it sounds. So we'll be back there now after we get our puree done. Okay everyone, so we're done with our puree now after we put in the ingredients I just showed you. It's our spinach and our celery, which is standing in for our fennel bulb, and our sage, pepper, and salt. And when you're done, your puree should look something like this. The celery is really aromatic. It's a really good smell going through the kitchen right now. And we're going to spread this onto our pork loin here and roll it all up and get our bacon around it. And I'll just take a moment to do that, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. I mentioned it before, but I haven't done this recipe before, so I'm actually not sure how it's going to taste. And like always, I'm going to do a taste test at the end before I let anybody else near it, because it just seems right that if I cook it and it doesn't taste good, then I'll be the first one to find out. So I've got a bit of a mess made. So before I roll up the tenderloins here, I'm going to clean up my my cooking area here, and it's always good to clean as you go. I say that all the time in every video. It just makes it easier. It's less of a headache, because really, who wants to clean up once you're done cooking and eating? So I'm just going to do a little cleanup here and then roll up our tenderloin. I'll be right back. Okay everybody, we're back with our stuffed puffer pig here. You can see I have everything prepared on the baking tray behind me. The oven is almost preheated. When we were making this, if you do attempt the recipe, and you really should, I fully suggest that you go out and buy the book and try all this stuff. Lay out your bacon on your baking sheet beforehand. Then lay your rolled puffer pig on it, seam side down, and wrap the bacon up around it. Try not to overlap your bacon, and just make them in neat rows. And it'll make it a lot easier for you, because seam side down, you also have a puree in there, and if you're trying to wrap it around it and continuously lifting it, you're going to get a lot of puree and juices start to run out on you, and it's going to get really messy. So lay your bacon first, wrap it up around, and you'll have no problem with it. So I'm just going to give a look at the puffer pig there, or or pork tenderloin, and you can just see what I mean with the bacon. Okay, so here are our pork tenderloins. They're all wrapped in the bacon, just like I was saying. Again, lay out your bacon beforehand and put your tenderloin on top and wrap it up around. You'll have a much easier time wrapping it up. These will cook now for about 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how crispy you want your bacon. And we're cooking at a temperature of 375. So once we get this done, I'll take it out and we can see how it looks, see how it tastes, and I'll let you know what I think. Everybody, so we are done with our puffer pig there. I got our trusty Tuscan is keeping a watch over it, and it looks really good. I got some potatoes and onions on there. I'm going to take a little cut of it now and put it on a plate and see what it tastes like. Okay, so I have a piece of our puffer pig recipe cut off, and it smells really good, so we're going to have a taste now, and we'll see how this turned out for us. That was a big bite. That's really good. I know I say that every time, but that is really, really good. The spinach puree in the middle is absolutely excellent. It tastes, even with the, I really want to try it with the fennel bulb. With the celery, it tastes amazing, actually. Again, that's the Galaxy's Edge Black Spire Outpost cookbook. Everything in this has been absolutely amazing so far, so go out, get the book, try it. I hope you enjoyed following along, and maybe you'll try this at home. So if you like what I'm doing, again, like and share, and please subscribe. I'll do lots of more of these recipes, plus other content as well. So Stuffed Puffer Pig is that's going to be made again. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you next time.